Have you ever heard this Mexican classic?
Estos serán dos amigos que venían de Mapimí.
Let's go back to the era of the Mexican Revolution to unravel the story behind Los Dos Amigos.
Ellos traían dos caballos, un oscuro y un jovero.
Released by the legendary Cadetes De Linares in 1975, this timeless ballad was written by Lupe Tijerina and went on to become one of the most iconic songs of all time in Mexico. Though the lyrics only refer to our protagonists by their first names, José Alvarado and Martín Reyes were natives of Mapimí in the state of Durango. These two outlaws were infamous rustlers during the Mexican Revolution, having stolen an endless amount of cattle. As it usually goes, their criminal ambitions would soon catch up to them, as you'll learn from the events that inspired the song. It's also important to mention that Martín had a relationship with a woman, which is key to the story, but more on that later. Although the song states that Los Dos Amigos robbed a train in Guanaceví, it is believed that the city was only mentioned for the sake of the rhyme. Due to the distance and the fact that they traveled by horses loaded with heavy equipment, many locals assure that this robbery actually took place in San Jose de Bellavista, about 10 kilometers away from Mapimí. Chronicler Salvador Luna states that the partners in crime chose this pueblo to rob the train because it was the location in which its security was most vulnerable. Experienced in the art of robbing trains, they planned to take the gold that was extracted from the mines in Ojuela, as well as boxes of money that was meant to pay for the labors of thousands of miners. What Martín and José didn't expect, however, was that on the train were many guards and soldiers protecting the valuable cargo. This is when things began to go bad, as José was quickly captured by the authorities while Martín ran off.
Válgame el santo niñito, y agarraron a José.
As mentioned earlier, a key to the story is that Martín had a long-term relationship with a woman in his hometown who he left hanging at the altar not long before their planned robbery. This would ultimately come back in the form of Martín's end, as it is said that it was his ex-bride-to-be who informed the authorities of their plans to rob the train. After escaping, Martín was on borrowed time as authorities conducted a big search which concluded in a shootout that ended his life. As for José, he simply did his time and eventually left his life of crime behind. It's rumored that he became a hardware shopkeeper but was later fatally betrayed by a female employee for his money and business goods. Now that you have some context paired up with the lyrics, what do you think of Los Dos Amigos? Let me know what songs you'd like to know the stories of next.
Sería por su buena suerte que a José no le tocaba.